Welcome back, children, to the Lucky Die. Previously, balanced cells are long held onto resource. Rhal visits a farmer's market, and Zaltanna must summit the mountain. Having met the half-dwarf Braxton, the team decide to split up to gather supplies and take the opportunity to resolve lingering Double One issues. Now having made a tentative truce with her mother, Zaltanna returns to the stronghold ready to start her quest. Is Braxton's wife truly happy at his absence? Will another ring of altered self be created? And will Rhal's new clothes be everything he hoped for? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die.
You all meet up some point after 5 or 6. Rhal, are you going to try on your new outfit and show everyone?
Yeah. Rhal's excited about his clothes. It's the first time he's had clothes in almost 13 years.
Yes. Rhal steps out from behind the hastily made curtain that Peyton has put up. And she says, revealing my greatest presentation, my greatest work. Here we go. Rhal, please step out. Mr. Jack. Rhal steps out.
Rhal jumps out.
He jumps out. He is wearing the very big, puffy looking warm suit. It's clearly waterproof. It's kind of like a shiny-ish material. It also has a weird little glow about it in some places. It is the brightest, most neon yellow you've probably ever seen. But
you
there
won't
are
ever
kind of like you'll never lose him. There are also kind of like dwarven runes that have been sewn into the fabric, and they've been sewn in like a gold thread, and it looks beautiful and ornate, and it accentuates everything there should be. There's even protection for his tail. His claws have little holes to go through the suit, and it is snug as a bug in a rug. Rhal, he moves and he makes noises because it's a big puffy thing, but Rhal, you are boiling in this thing. Like, this is a really warm jumpsuit. It has protection over your horns as well.
Oh my goodness. I look like I'm going to space.
Please tell me there's like a kangaroo pouch for your little dragon pet.
Frankly, when you say that everything that needs to be accentuated is accentuated, I hope you mean that it's like just his ass just looks like it's carved out of stone.
Yes. It looks fucking beautiful. It's like a 6 or a 7. It's not like a Kane 8 or a 9, but it's right the fuck up there.
For some reason, all I can picture is Rhal looking like the Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz. That's how I picture him right now.
There is, in fact, a little pocket for Tio. It's well protected. It's just inside like your hood area. There's protection over your your lower jaw, and you can pull it over like the top, so only your eyes are exposed. It's a little thing you can pull up and down so you can still talk and move about normally. But yeah, it's like this thing you pull up and over your snout and pull back over again. Like it's beautiful. It's well made. It provides all the warmth you've ever needed. She also made you a pair of black and gold trousers that you could wear. All the buttons in all the right places, all the toggles where they need to be, so that your tail is poking out from your trousers, but they are. You never have to wear your cloak as trousers again.
What does the belt look like? Does the belt look good with this?
Yeah, Rhal didn't expect that. When you give him the belt, he like hugs you and is kind of like excited to not be so hurt.
Tio pops his head out from like the hoodie area and like looks at Balance and like gives him a bit of a nod and hides back inside the hoodie. The belt you can't see because you would have to wear it under the suit thing that you're wearing. But yeah, it's a kind of like a really big buckle, like one of those big oversized round buckles. There's like it's like a gear inside a reverse gear, so like you would just twist it and turn it, and a different color gen would light up. And currently, the one set is currently set to acid resistance.
We'll see if that works.
That sounds dope.
It's dope as shit.
Fuck, never mind. I'm taking that back. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah, so you have
One
those
day I
things.
won't need
The ring doesn't look out of place on his hand.
I'll be
It looks
dead.
like it's. Oh, please stop! No, the ring looks beautifully in place. You guys also have similar warm weather gear, but they're not bright yellow. They are your standard everyday mountain climbing warm gear.
Rhal's is yellow, and y'all's is
Well, it's bright yellow. There is also shiny new ice picks, which will give you advantage twice a day on climbing checks.
Oh,
So if you didn't have those, you do now.
I should.
So you have. They don't require attunement; they just are a thing. They're super good. They're well made. A Rowena special, but 3 of them.
Rhal's giving everyone hugs because he's had a crazy couple of days and he wasn't very confident, and now he's getting like back feeling like maybe
Suited,
he can do
booted,
this.
wined and dined. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's being looked after.
He's going to be very careful with not melting his things.
Good luck melting your shit anyways. It's fucking magic.
I don't think everything is.
No, his suit isn't magic. He will have to be careful about not melting too much on the inside. But she does give you like a little replacement thing that you could replace the one that goes over your jaw.
You know what is magic though? Friendship.
And hugs. So yeah, you have that now. Zaltanna returns looking, well, I assume perturbed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Maybe more comfortable. Yeah. But yeah, your gear has been assembled. A little bit later in the evening, after you've had food and drink and everything you guys have needed to settle down, your guide turns back up and he runs through the basics of survival. Now, I need each of you to roll a survival check for me, please.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. All right.
You know, why would Roll20 give me anything more than an 11 ever again? I got
Wow.
a 7.
I
Wow.
rolled a 7 as well.
I got a 14.
I hate you
Okay.
and everything you stand for, Archibald.
I stand for the
Your-
world.
And I hate
Okay.
the world.
As you guys are talking through how to climb a mountain and how to survive at high temperatures, at high altitude and low temperatures, he goes through the basics of tying yourselves together, of how to deal with avalanches, of how to deal with the extreme cold. He goes through all of those things, but the only person it really stinks much through to is Balance. And he looks at Balance and he says, "So, we have to tie people together, in case there's a fall in one of the crevasses. Now, I don't want to tie us all together because, no, that's not a smart... Well, it is a smart idea, but we may need a little bit of leverage. So, we're split into 2 teams of 2. You seem the most proficient with what's going on. You may not be the strongest, but the other 2 are pretty strong. Well, one of them is. Well, he'll do. So, I need you to pick someone that you want to be tied to as we're doing this climbing. You will be the lead and you will be responsible for them and looking after them if we get split up." There isn't a lowest, otherwise he would have taken that, but I can't, so I'm making you choose.
So whoever I pick is the person that I'm tethered to.
Yes.
And then the other one will be tethered to him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take the other one.
How strong does this guy look?
He's super strong. He's like... like thin, but he clearly has a lot of strength to him. Like the basic handshakes, the movement, the surety of his like actions. Yeah, he's pretty strong.
Okay.
Rhal has a decent strength saving throw, but that's kind of like heat of the moment strength, not necessarily like he doesn't have strength.
He's explosive.
Yeah,
strength.
his athletics is 0.
Yeah.
So
I also have really bad athletics. Actually, that's a lie.
So if it's a saving throw situation, Rhal's okay at strength.
Rhal can also run up vertical surfaces.
He also has claws.
Yeah, I mean, it might be safer just to not attach you guys to me. To be perfectly fucking honest.
Well, but the problem is in a survival situation, this guy definitely knows more, though.
Also, if the storms separate you guys, yes, you'll maybe wearing bright yellow, but you could still get lost. Visibility reduces dramatically in storms.
How about this, then? I'm thinking Zaltanna and I as a pair, and then Rhal, you and... I'm sorry, what was your name, sir?
Braxton Tamer. Pleasure to meet you.
Braxton...
Tamer.
Tamer? Tamer?
Those people playing the how do you spell this at home, it's Braxton.
Uh-huh.
Tamar.
Oh, I thought it was Braxton Tamer, as in he tames Braxtons.
No.
All right. So why don't we do that pairing then? And just to be on the safe side, and Balance is going to reach into his new fancy bag of holding, and he's going to pull out 3 healing potions, and he's going to hand 2 to Rhal, 1 to the survivalist.
Okay.
And he's going to say, you both hold on to those, and then that way, if something should happen, at least both of you are covered to take care of the other should one lose consciousness. And Balance is like staring pointedly at Rhal at that comment.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. You want the really strong guy to take Rhal in case he passes out.
Right, because then at least I know this guy can hold his own. This is a bonding moment, that's why. Balance just wants to, like... He feels like he fucked up a little bit with Zaltanna, with the whole dropping the name thing, so he kind of wants to make it up and be like, sorry, we cool.
We cool, yo.
I vouched for you, like...
I'm just imagining him doing like those weird like 90s hand motions like while he's saying this. Like I wish I had a camera. So I could show you, like,
bro.
Like none of the things you guys are doing are what I'm thinking of. And it also doesn't matter because this is not a visual medium.
Exactly.
Correct.
Your finger guns mean nothing.
However.
My finger guns mean nothing. I'm finger gunning right now and none of you guys can see me.
So yes, he goes through some of the basics of how to survive this stuff. Balance is the only one who picks up maybe something new.
I'm so smart.
And you are left in church. All right. This is the night before. Is there anything anyone wants to do to prepare? Anything anyone wants to check? Braxton turns to you and says, I'll see you all crack of dawn. And then I'll just take you straight up the top of the mountain. And then we'll make our way up the rest of it. All right. Now, I'm going to go home, have a wonderful party with my wife, and then I'll see you soon.
Didn't need to hear that.
That's what she said. And then he'll go home. So, is there anything anyone wants to do before we depart?
Zaltanna's going to skulk off to bed.
Okay, 1 skulking off the bed. Check.
Yes, there is one thing Balance wants to do. Balance wants to see if Rhodri is here.
Quick scouting around. No.
Oh.
You talk to the guards like she hasn't returned.
Okay. Never mind. Then in that case, Balance goes back to Pintor's room and says the command word, and his armor turns into a nightgown. And he sits down for meditation.
Is it like one of those like Scroogey nightgowns where it's like a dress?
No.
Oh.
It's just pajama bottoms and his shirt.
Oh man, I really wanted it to be like you're wearing like a Scrooge outfit, like the night dress and like the cap.
Why?
Because I think that's a look, and I think it would be a very balanced look.
I don't think that's a balanced look. You're just
I
making
disagree.
a face. Why are you making a face?
Please.
Me?
Yeah, you're making a face.
Because I don't think you're supposed to be able to sleep in armor or meditate in armor and actually get a rest.
Oh,
And even though you're making it look like cloth,
no,
it
I know.
isn't
That part
cloth.
was kind of a joke, but
Yeah.
Sleeping
In light armor has no adverse effect on the wearer, but sleeping in medium or heavy armor makes it difficult to recover fully during a long rest.
Oh.
When you finish a long rest during in which you slept, meditate in your opinion, in medium or heavy armor, you regain only 1/4 of your spent hit dice, minimum of 1. If you have any levels of exhaustion, the rest doesn't reduce your exhaustion level.
Then I am fine because studded leather is light.
Then you're okay. It's light. You're solid.
It turns into PJ bottoms and a t-shirt, and he just sits down to meditate.
Okay.
Best purchase I ever made.
It tops the yoga pose.
Okay.
Okay.
And a nightcap. He's got a little nightcap.
Oh, it has to have a bobble on the end. Sorry. You have no choice. The big fluffy bobble on the end. Rhal, is there anything you would like to prepare before tomorrow's voyage?
I don't think there's anything particular, unless I'm wrong. Correct me.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I will, however, say because you've had a fairly peaceful day that included a visit to the farmer's market, you'll have advantage on tomorrow's waking up roll.
Okay.
Because you went to the farmer's market. I think that's just like tip of the iceberg. And you got a fancy new suit. Everything is turned at Rhal today. Despite how you went to sleep last night, everything is Rhal
It's
today.
been all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
play with Tio some and we can go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing you can do. All right, Zaltanna.
Mhm.
You go to sleep.
Thank you.
You have a dream.
Oh no.
Yep.
You have a dream.
Doodle 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 doodle.
You are standing on the Sentinel plane, just as you were when you were standing with Tyr.
Cool.
You can see off in the distance darkness. You can see the kind of specks of light around you, which assume may be other existences, but there is something coming, and it's large. Maybe it has faces in it. Maybe it is faces. You can't really tell, but it's getting closer. Blocks out all these little pinpricks of light, and it's making its way towards you on the Sentinel plane. As you look around, you can see the bright light that was pointed out to you that is Adet becoming a goddess. And as you step closer to it, this light transforms into a burning building. You can hear two children crying off in the distance, and you can hear Double One screaming and crying out, begging for mercy. As you make your way towards the cries and turn a corner around this burning building, Elise is dancing on top of a bar. And as you look around, the burning building is gone, but you've always been in a bar, so why does it matter? As you sit down at the bar where Elise is dancing, you realize that you're not sitting, you're standing. You are standing on top of a mountain. You look around you and you can see all of Discora laid bare. Off in the distance, you think you see what looks like a small island, and you can see a fairly big mountain on there. You look either side of you and you think you can see another land mass, but it's quite far off in the distance. You can see a little chain of islands linking you to that one. Then you look down, and before you see a large altar of a deep purple colour, magenta almost. On the top of this altar there is carvings. There is a carving of a circle with an X inside it, exactly like Kythea's stone. Except this has been inlaid with some sort of obsidian, some sort of black stone. As you take a step back, you can now hear the roaring of the wind. Nope, not the roaring of wind. The roaring of fire. And as you look at this magenta altar with its inlaid carving of obsidian, you can see that there is a thick, dark, reddish fluid. And you can see that it's kind of splitting around this essence, this kind of smoky essence, making this roaring fire sound. Almost as if they walk from behind you, you see a being, a creature. It's definitely alive. It's tall. It maybe has pointed ears. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's wearing some sort of cloth, but maybe it's not. Everything about it's not. It doesn't fit. You can't see it properly, but you know it's a tall figure of life. And you see them pull a dagger out. You see them slash their hand open and drip the blood onto the altar. Coming from the other side of you, from behind you, they walk this creature. It's very tall. It's very dark. They're wearing long, tattered robes, and every time they move, when you catch a glimpse of their skin, it's not skin, it's bone. You think you've seen something like this before, but you're not really sure. You can't recall it in this weird dream. You don't get it. You don't understand. They place a hand over the altar. You see them summon a blade and pull it across their bones, and blood drips onto the altar. As the two bloods mix on top of the obsidian inlay, as they touch one another, you see a flash of bright white light, and before you there is a portal. You feel compelled to step into it. And as you reach out to touch this portal, you wake up in a cold sweat.
Okay.
You wake up in a cold sweat to the sound of knocking. Actually, all three of you do.
We're all waking up in a cold
And-
sweat.
No, you just all get woken up to a banging on the door. This is your alarm call of get the fuck up. Rhal, I need you to make your save, please.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
You have advantage, though, from the thing, right?
That was with it.
Yes, you do.
Well,
That was not with advantage.
it still passes anyway.
Yeah, you're not dead this morning. I will, however, mark another day off of you rolling d20s. All right. Blimey. It has been so few days. It's been so few days you've been rolling this. All right, okay. You guys assemble. You have your gear. Anything excess, I assume you're putting in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Zaltanna, not wearing your armor?
Nope. Only bringing what is necessary, which is including Cal.
Of course.
And
Very important.
my necklace I'm wearing, even though I know it's going to be cold as shit against my body.
You two are bundled up to the nines, armor or not. Like, you have these very good warm weather gear. Yours is light armor.
Yep.
If you make it super thin, like your night, if you turn it into night gear and you put like the warm weather stuff, I'll allow you to wear that. Sure, whatever.
Is that-
I just go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it possible for me to wear my cloak, or would that like?
Yeah, you should wear your cloak for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm also grabbing my my pin and my feather are going with me. Just want to say that for posterity.
I just
Yep, that's
imagine
absolutely fine.
Balance walking around now in plaid pajama bottoms now.
Arch, I think you messed up my AC somehow.
Did I?
Think so. I
Hold on. I'll look at your character sheet.
think I should
Yeah.
have 19.
Quite possibly. I'll fix it.
Okay. I'll let you fiddle and fix. You guys are all assembled. Rhal in his bright yellow jumpsuit with dark hoodie and bright white cloak.
Nope, your AC is 20.
My AC is 20.
Yep, because you have the cloak and the belt.
Oh, those both give. Oh my goodness.
Yes, they do.
Rhal is armed to the teeth with things that should Keep him from dying.
Hey, V, just a suggestion. Don't use dex saves. Jesus Christ.
I'm not using dex saves. I've learnt my lesson because
Yeah.
fuck Rhal and fuck his evasion.
If only my
Just
con
fuck
saves
any
were
of
that
those
good.
characters who can dodge all damage. Like
Oh.
Pintor and fucking Squash and fucking Rhal. Fuck you guys. Never taking a team of ninjas anywhere ever again.
Team Ninja.
Fuck that. You guys have all assembled. Your guide turns up wearing also fairly good gear. Little tattered in places, but this is clearly the gear they're going for. They know what they're doing. Their little bird is nestled inside their hood. You can hear the little cheeping of the chickadee. It's so cute.
I ask if I can give scritches.
No,
Oh. All right.
he's very important. If I need to send a message, this little one's going to do the job. Oh, it's so cute. Let's put it like this. This is an emergency bird. It's a service bird. Like, gives it a little scritch. We get stuck. It's going to take off and let people know where we are. I mean, we'll be dead by the time they get up here, but that's not really the point.
At least they'll be able to find our bodies, and that's the important thing.
Yeah. So we can all die looking young and beautiful, and they'll pick up our bodies, and we'll still look young and beautiful.
But then they'll die on the way up to get our bodies, and it'll be a vicious
Rhal
cycle.
is closing his ears.
There's a hole in the front of his his face covering, and his pipe is poking out from that.
If you had to quantify how many miles up we're going to be going,
A lot.
A wise and scientific answer, sir.
like, can you rough estimates?
Just tell me what it is you're planning on doing.
Well, no, because I'm just trying to plan out me dropping nomadic anchors. If something happens, then I can just kind of
How long do your nomadic anchors last?
8 hours each.
So by the time you travel 8 hours, the one you just put down will have disappeared.
Right. It's not. I'm not using it as a we leave the mountain. I'm using it as a if something goes wrong, I can use it as a recall point.
Okay. I'll put it like this.
They're save points.
If you want to leave, if you want to leave anchors, 8 hours. The most you'll probably be climbing a day is about 10 hours, and that's really generous. That's super generous climb. When you get towards the top of Everest, you don't move a mile much. It's a very small amount. I will keep you in check for how many of those you need to drop. How many can you drop?
A lot. It costs a psi point per anchor, and I have 64 points.
Then just do it whenever you
could
get
drop
scared.
64.
So,
Yeah,
if I do it one every 2 hours,
Is it a mile distance?
it's a mile for the teleportation. Actually, if I did one every hour, then because normal travel speed is about 3 miles an hour, but considering we're going to be going through, rough terrain.
And very rough terrain, so it's usually double your movement to go like the distance. If say like you drop one every hour, we'll house rule that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
I just want to be safe,
That's fine. Yeah. So the most you'll spend in a day is 10.
which is fine.
You go much more than that. You guys are probably going to be hitting exhaustion levels anyway because this is not a pleasant place to be.
Yeah, great. At least
Sweet.
we have recall points now, guys. This is Kingdom Hearts.
Good job.
Yeah.
If we die, we just
Cool.
go back to the
Two
save
of
point.
you. You'll be fine.
I'd bring the guy with us. I'm not going to leave him there.
I'm tied to him.
I'm pretty sure if I teleported us and not him, the rope would kind of just drop.
Yeah, the rope would just fall off of Rhal. You guys gather together with all of your gear. He reaches out and grabs Zaltanna's wrist, and he grabs Rhal's wrist, and he says, "Right, take a deep breath. Gonna feel a little bit of weirdness around the navel." And half a second later, you feel a pull on the back of your navel.
Oh.
And you are pulled through the stalking. And you appear at the worst looking base camp you have probably ever imagined. There probably really isn't one anymore. There is a little, it's against a small rock face. The platform you've landed on isn't particularly big. And the first thing that hits you is the cold. I need everyone to make a constitution saving throw, please.
I have such a good history of those.
Wow, a good roll.
Oh man, so good that we have Zaltanna here. That aura.
Oh no, my
The aura no longer
Yeah.
applies to Zaltanna.
but it applies to my friends still, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Well, I don't need it, but if you guys need it, you can use it.
Okay.
I got a 22, so I'm okay.
I have a dirty 20.
I got a 16.
The moment you appear in this cold, it whips through everything. The wind is blustering. So for those of you who passed, you only take 6 points of cold damage. For those of you who failed, you take 7 points of cold damage and 1 level of exhaustion.
Who failed?
Rhal.
I was
Oh.
gonna say I'm assuming Rhal.
So 7 points.
7 cold
Okay.
and 1 exhaustion level.
Okay.
Everything around you is cold. There is snow as far as the eye can see. You are on a very, very small platform. You can see that there are a couple of old ropes that have been hammered into the wall. You can see that there is clearly some sort of material that has been mostly blown away, but there's a few little bits like hanging onto the ropes that are up here on this little platform. He points up and he points at the dark clouds that are coming in. And he says, "There's going to be a storm later today. All right, I've had worse. Things could get a lot worse. We'll be okay if we keep an eye on it. All right, everyone tied together properly? You guys all are. You are clearly tied to who you're supposed to be tied to. He made sure of all of these checks before you left."
Rhal's like holding the rope and shaking and just focusing really hard.
All right. So we've got a 4-hour climb. And he points up the kind of like almost very, very sheer ice. It's probably like an 85 degree. Now, last time I was here, about halfway up, it cracked and almost fell into a crevasse. But don't worry about that. I think we'll be fine. Just gotta take it easy and nice and slow. Well, come on then, partner.
Slow and shaky thumbs up.
All right.
It's less of a thumbs up, more of just like a hand up with bright yellowness. Okay. You guys begin a slow, arduous effort on your way up. I need you all to take an athletics climbing check, please.
Oh no, did Tio need to make a save?
No, Tia does. Oh, and Tia needs to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Sorry.
You're going to kill your pet
Sorry,
already.
little dude.
I didn't do anything.
Our picks give
It
us
has a-
advantage on the first 2 or something like that, right?
2 a day.
Any 2 you want.
But
I'm
he
gonna
has a-
definitely take that on this one because there's no way I can get worse than a 1. Unless I get the exact same roll.
Holy shit.
Someone needs to screenshot that and
Fuck
share
me.
it when this episode comes out because that is
Fuck me. Okay. So, Rhal, we're still with Tio's roll.
Does Tio?
What did
He
Tio
has
get?
a little hot pocket though. V.
Okay.
Oh.
I will say, because he's nestled somewhere in your hoodie, he's like as soon as like you guys teleported, he bailed from the pocket in the front and just dove straight into your hoodie. Like up by your face, like you see like the flicker of this little black dragon, just like dragonling, just like dart into your thing, and he kind of wiggles around so he settles on the back of your neck. He won't have to do any more cold saves.
Okay, he rolled very
fine.
good. He rolled a 21.
He did roll very good. He still takes 3 points of cold damage.
Still takes 3 points of cold damage. Great.
Yeah, he'll take 3 points of cold damage, but that's the last he'll have to make. Okay.
But
So-
yeah, Rhal has clearly made like a space for him. Like he's
Let's
had this in
do-
mind. He's not going to make Tio
Of course.
cold. I've got a
Adorable.
little cuddle pocket.
All right. We'll do team not nat one. Rhal, what did you get through your athletics? You're climbing.
I haven't made one, have I? Because I was confused.
No, I would like you to.
Are you going to do the advantage? With the magic?
It's an athletics.
Yep.
Can I use the advantage after I roll?
No.
Shit. And you can, it's 2 of them a day?
I just need you to do one check right now. Yeah, you could use it twice a day. Yeah.
Okay. And how many rolls do we think we're going to need to make it a day?
For those who can't see you, I'm just smiling.
No. Decisions. Okay, I'm not going to do it, but I might fail. Let's just throw that out there.
Could it be worse than a nat one?
Athletics. Pow.
Yes, please.
It's a natural 20.
You should have tied yourself to Rhal.
Oh,
You know, funny thing, I thought the one with the muscles would be the athletic one.
But you underestimate how much Roll20 hates me today.
she's also used to doing everything in armor, and this is super weird for her.
This should make it easier.
Okay, so Team Guide put their ice picks in, and you see him make his way up. Rhal, it doesn't take too much effort to follow him up. You're being very careful. You're following the things he puts down. You're so scared. You're just holding on for dear life, and that pick is doing its job. And you are following him up. For balance and Zaltanna is a little bit more difficult.
Casey falls off the mountain and dies and has to make a new character.
No, not yet. You begin to scale up the mountain a bit. It's difficult. It's slow going. The other two are going much, much faster. But Rhal's bright yellow jacket ensemble is fairly easy to follow. The storm hasn't in yet. It's just windy and cold. You guys begin making your way up. About an hour through, as you're partway up this very steep incline. Just as Balance puts down his beacon, you feel Zaltanna slip. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, good.
Who?
This is how this is going to happen. If your partner falls, you take the strength save to save them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's so we're both gonna die.
Balance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a 6. Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty good save strength.
You didn't need to.
No, I know, but I'm just noting that the mechanic is that it would have been okay to probably tie yourself to Rhal.
You should have tied yourself to Rhal.
You slam your pick into the ice and hold yourself flat against the wall as you were taught. But Zaltanna has tumbled in such a nat one way that it just pulls you and your ice pick just slides and skids into the wall. It's not slowing you down and you guys are tumbling down this hill. Is there anything you guys want to try and do to stop yourselves? If not, you're going to keep falling and take more fall damage.
Oh, boy.
I want to try to get my pick into the side of the mountain.
In that case, I would like you to make an athletics check for me, please.
I'd like to say a quick
For now,
prayer to
I'm
the
not going to
gods
make
of
you
dice.
guys. For now, I'm not going to make you guys roll to see if you hold on to your picks. That will be much later.
I got a 15.
You slam your pick in. Roll a save. Strength save.
Got an 8. Really not.
Balance. Are
having
you
a
also
good
slamming
day.
your pick into the ice?
Yeah, I'll take the other one and
Or
like
just
hammer it in.
or
Yeah,
just
Zaltanna,
please.
you may take another strength save.
Oh
Let's say
my
that is the
fucking
aid action.
Jesus. I got a 15.
All right. Just as Balance shoves his pick into the wall and he kind of like comes down next to you, you grab his shoulder and you both are pulled in hard against the side of the ice. I'm going to need you both to roll 2d6. And that is your falling damage.
4 for myself.
You take 4 damage.
I got 8. Because
You take 8
of course
damage.
I do.
Okay.
Rhal, you just kind of hear this commotion below, and the guide also sees it. And he begins to move very quickly down to aid them. But seeing as they have managed to store themselves and they're no longer falling any further, he just shouts down to them, "You okay?"
Maybe.
all right.
"Yeah. It's really cold. It's exactly how I lost my first kid." And he begins to climb up. "Yep, we were just climbing this bit of the mountain and they just slipped and they fell and they broke their leg. Never wanted to come climbing with me again. They were dead to me after that. Dead. Climbing is my life."
Rhal has the little thing unzipped where his mouth is so that he can bleed without melting his suit, and he's just making blood icicles.
Okay, well that's gross.
Bloodsickles?
Cool.
Blood
Bloodsickles.
icicles.
Rhal's going to impale us. They're going to fall and kill us.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll fall into the snow and make useful handholds. Who knows? Okay, you guys continue climbing. It's 3 or 4 hours later, and he calls a bit of a halt. You look up, and as you guys are kind of grouped together, and he reaches back and he touches a bag, which he has fairly loose, and you see an arrow materialize, and it's covered in fire. And then he places it into the ground and places some things around it, creates a little fire, and calls you all in close. And he says, "We can't stop here very long. We've got to keep the momentum going. But I'm super worried about that storm. Now, that's going to bring with it some really strong winds, make it really difficult to climb this pretty sheer ice. We're probably going to lose sight of one another if we can't keep up. Now, luckily, Mr. Rauschak here is bright yellow, so it should be a bit easier for you. But I'm going to do a very, very loose rope between you and him. It won't catch your weight. It won't pull you down with us. But it's a bit of a guide. It's the best I can probably give you right now." And with that, he proceeds to make a very light connection between the two parties. It's probably like a 20 foot. So you're going to have to climb fast to keep up with the other two. You've laid at least 4 beacons at this point.
Okay.
So you guys are still on like basically 85-degree ice. He says, "Don't worry. I think we're maybe 3 hours from the top. So whatever we've done so far, a little bit less, we'll be up there." About an hour in, the storm hits. The loose snow that you sometimes have to like push away starts getting whipped up in your face. And probably within moments, it's very difficult to see Rhal, if not impossible. Rhal, your guide and you keep stopping every now and then. He's like, make sure they catch up. Be all right. And then he moves on. Catch up. They'll be all right. It's fine. I need all of you again to make a athletics climb for me, please.
Oh, I got a 15. It's
Ooh,
not a
shit.
natural one this time.
14.
16. Oh, I have a +0 to these.
I have a
so,
-1.
This is rough.
You all guys also got a nat 20 this time round. The 4 of you managed to do the next 3 hours. It's cold, it's biting. You haven't really had any much of a break. Occasionally, you will take like maybe 30 seconds to grab a piece of something just to chew on your way up. But he's very strict in the keep moving. It's cold. You guys hit the end of this kind of very sheer part of this, and you come over the top. You can't really see much. Dark vision will do nothing for obscuring of this storm. And the 4 of you huddled together. He very quickly sets about building a hole. He digs it out. He encourages you guys to do the same. And as you guys bundle in there using each other for warmth, you realize this snow is super insulating. It's not as cold in here, especially because there's no bloody wind. He undoes his face mask a little bit and he creates a little fire inside and it becomes super warm, super toasty. This is a really deep but big hole. And he says, right, so you guys did good today. With a little slip. Hopefully you'll learn. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is going to be uncomfortable. A very uncomfortable night. We're going to go up a bit higher tomorrow. This is where things start to get horrible. Where things like crevasses we have to be very careful of. We're not going to know they're there. Us two may even be able to go over them and they not crack. So just be warned. Just because we've gone there doesn't mean there isn't a crevasse. It's also going to get very difficult to breathe. Now, I've been up here more 100 years than I can count, but you three, not even day 2. This is going to be tough. This is going to be one of the worst days. And they've got 4 more horrible days following it. Settle in. Try and get some sleep. He creates food. It's not more than a couple of minutes later, and you all have good breeze sitting in your hand. They're roughly peach-sized. They taste like peach. Maybe a hint of raspberry in it somewhere. They're super good.
If I could ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Does fire have any dangerous effects on the mountainside? Are there any things to watch out for, be careful with in terms of using fire?
Yeah. So turning the ice to water can put a lot of stress on the ice because its solid foundation has suddenly been turned to water. You kind of get what I mean?
Right.
And cause avalanches. That's a real big worry up here. It's not too bad when we're on the sheer back there. Solid ice, but stuff up here, freshly laid. This storm is going to lay a lot of soft snow and that's super dangerous.
Understood.
Use it as a last resort. Actually, more accurately, try to keep the noise down. Also, tendency to cause avalanches.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. That, ladies and gentlemen, was day 60 of your adventure. Day 61. Rhal. I need you to make a con save for waking up the next morning.
Is this the D20 or a con save?
Yep, just straight D20. Sorry. I keep thinking con save, but no, it's just straight 20. I'm a fool.
And that's a long rest we took?
Yes, long rest.
It's a 19.
19. Okay, let me check that off as another day on Rhal's checklist. Everyone waking up this morning, get your things together, extinguishes whatever warmth there was, and immediately, as soon as it's gone.
Oh. I'm going to do a thing.
Yes.
Fuck. I forgot. Oh my God. So I have never actually had to use this before. I have a thing called Strength of Mind where I can replace my proficiency in wisdom saving throws whenever I finish a short or long rest. I'm going to change it to Constitution.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Sure.
It matters.
So that means you are no longer proficient in wisdom saves.
For today.
Awesome.
But it makes me proficient in Constitution.
Awesome. Good to know. Okay. As soon as you guys step out of the little snow hole, you have to dig your way out a little bit. The promised storm is still going. It's still very, very heavy. Visibility has been reduced dramatically. You're probably talking like maybe 5-10 feet. For those of you who know where north is, you're not doing too bad. You know roughly where you're headed. For those of you who wouldn't naturally know where that is, basically all 3 of you, it's going to be very difficult. As you all step out into the cold, I need you all to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Ooh. Natty.
Man, that
25.
came up as I hit mine, and I thought that was me for a second. I got so excited. Oh, well, I did fine anyway. I did a 16.
I did an 18.
All right, so
Ooh.
the balance would have gotten 28.
Yep.
Zaltanna got a 16 and Rhal got an 18.
19, 20,
21.
21.
21, my bad. 21.
21.
All right. Rhal, you recuperated your exhaustion from yesterday, by the way. So you're on 0. Zaltanna, you unfortunately failed.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going to take 1 level of exhaustion. You also take 6 points of cold damage, while the other 2 take 3 points of cold damage. Is your belt still set to acid?
Yeah.
Smart move. Smart move.
Yeah.
The land here is a little flatter. I'll rephrase that. It's a lot flatter than 85 degrees. It's still a struggle. As you begin wading forward, it's up to your waist. For the 2 taller. For Zaltanna, it's kind of up to that kind of like it's roughly boob height and it's super cold. It's very unpleasant.
The coldest tips imaginable.
Yes. I mean, it's not, I would say, too bad. You are wearing warm gear, but it's still real cold. And you are now tired and exhausted. You guys are wading your way through this snow. I would like all of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
That is definitely not my strong suit.
26.
Oh, good. 4.
And of course, I got a fucking 1 again.
No.
So, with Rhal,
These are in our ice picks, right?
Mm-mm.
No, this is not a climb. This was just a straight dex save.
Fuck me.
For reasons I'm about to reveal. As you guys walk across the snow, Balance is trying to keep as close to Rhal as possible. Zaltanna's essentially just having to make her way through the bigger tracks of the people in front of her. You guys hear a cracking, and it comes under Rhal's foot. Rhal manages to run and dive forward as his guide pulls him forward also. For Balance, Zaltanna, you're not so lucky. As you step forward and you hear the crack, you can't jump out of the way quick enough as the ice breaks underneath you and you fall 40 feet into a crevasse. I need you both to roll 3d6.
Wait, before I do that, I would like to grab my feather and break it.
I'm going to say you can't do that because this is instant. This is bamf and you're down there.
I wouldn't use
when
that.
you're down there?
You don't break the feather
No.
to use it.
Well, no, you
Yeah,
can.
you do.
You can just use it.
I
Can,
would.
Literally is
but
what
you
it says
can
on my-
you can do wings without breaking it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was going to use my feather. Well, it's on me. Can't I just have wings?
No, you would basically have to be touching it, like deciding to use it. Also, you got on that one.
Not like a reaction to
Yeah.
it, basically.
Yeah.
What are we doing,
You are
3d6?
straight down this hole.
Save it anyways, Casey. We're fine. I got 12.
I got 11.
Eesh. You guys take that much falling damage. You guys are 40 foot down a crevasse.
That's fine.
That's
Not
terrible.
it's not terrible, no. Rhal, your guide goes like rushing past you. Braxton is making his way quickly to the edge of the crevasse. He turns to look at you and says, "Stand there. Make sure you put your pick in the ground and make sure you don't move. You're going to be my anchor." And he kind of looks over the edge and kind of like shuffles closer to the edge, and you can guys hear cracking and a little bit more ice drops down on top of you.
Telepathically to the guide, Balance. Well, Balance is currently standing up, rubbing his ass,
Of course.
and then looks up to the guide telepathically, says, "It's all right. We'll be up in a moment."
Okay.
And then he's going to look down and Zaltanna hold a hand out to help her up. You all right?
Yeah, I mean, like, that was painful, but I'm alive.
All right. Hold on 1 second. And Balance is going to spend 6 side points to teleport both of us back up to the top.
As in a visual bump, not to a drop.
He's going to do, because it has to be where he can see. So he's going to aim above the edge, probably like maybe 10 feet up so that we don't take any fall damage, but can still like catch ourselves.
Yeah. You could aim for a point in the air and then bounce down. You guys do that. You land heavy and you guys hear the sound of more cracking. I need all of you to make dex saves.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
11.
Why has my God done this to me?
28.
3.
Okay, all right. We're
Straight
changing
back
after
down.
this. We're changing partners.
Yeah, you guys are terrible.
I want to go. I think I want to go with the guide. I guess I have to because it needs to be him in balance.
You just don't have Dex on your team.
We're low dex.
Yeah, this dude is kitted in dex and strength and stuff. So
You need a Dex and a strength
job.
save. And I have both actually. I don't have strength rolls. I don't have athletics rolls, but I have strength saves and Dex. Okay.
Yeah.
I hate all
You
of
guys
this.
hear again, like as you land heavy, you guys hear the cracking of ice. Rhal, you've kind of like cemented yourself in. You're not moving. You don't need to. Like, I'm fine. Just
I was
ride out
told
the
to
wave.
be an anchor. I have my pick in the
Yes.
ground and I'm just holding
And
it.
you are.
That's my job.
The guy manages to jump back quickly enough as you guys like appear just above, and you guys hear the cracking of ice and it slides down. You guys fall 20 feet this time.
What kind of
So I need
fucking
you to roll just
idea was
1d6.
that, Balance?
What?
1d6 each, please.
Oh, that's it?
That's you only fell 20 feet. So you need to take.
All right, that's 3 damage.
They both took 3 falling damage. As you kind of like slide down again, like your face is like grind against the edge of the snow, and it's like, oh, that's super cold.
All right.
That's skin off the nose.
That wasn't pleasant. All right, let's just climb back up, shall we?
Yeah, why would you teleport us into the air where we'd fall on the thin ice?
Because it's either that or we teleport to the edge and need to catch ourselves.
Or we could have let the guide come down and get us.
I didn't want to put other people at risk.
He in fact does hang a rope down the edge. You notice that as he puts the rope down the edge, he's actually using it. So the rope is laying over the handle of his pickaxe. He's laying it flat on the edge, so it doesn't like cut into the ice and make it difficult to pull you guys up. With a bit of work between the 4 of you, you guys get back up on solid grounds. He kind of like dusts you guys off. He's like, "All right. Now, that was unfortunate, but I think we might need to switch up partners.
I agree.
Now, I would like to take Zaltanna because I think this is her quest. And if anyone's going to get there, I swore to you I would get you there because a god has decreed you have to get up this bloody mountain."
I'm starting to get real pissed off that a god told me I needed to do this bullshit.
Me too.
Well, who are we to question the will of the gods? So, but you can't question my will right now either, so just switch partners.
All right. Hi, Rhal. How are you?
Hi.
You doing all right? How's that bell treating you?
It's okay. It's nice.
Oh, that's good. How's Tio? He's doing good?
It's cozy.
That's good.
We're all like pats a little pouch. Wherever the fuck Tio is.
Okay. You guys continue walking through this heavy, deep snow. Zaltanna, it's a little bit more difficult because previously you had the likes of Balance and Rhal making a path in the snow for you. Now you're only following the path of another dwarf who is somewhat more wily than you. So you're getting a little bit more cold. About 3/4 of the way through the day, you guys have traveled up quite a distance. So you've dropped 6 anchors at this point.
Okay. Noted.
You guys have traveled quite a distance. The air is getting very cold and very thin up here. Rhal, no, Balance. Balance, you are no longer following the bright yellow attire of Rhal, and it becomes very difficult to see Zaltanna, and very difficult to see her companion as well. They are making good speed because he is making good speed. I need you to take a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, no.
The storm is coming in heavy. It's getting really dark up here now. The snowflakes are huge, and the wind keeps blowing snow into your face.
16.
At some point, you realize they've gotten off a little too far. You kind of lose sight of them. It's just nothing but white around you. And you rush forward, you kind of like look around, you look in sense, and you just see their footprints, you see their marks, their drags, and you make your way back across those. And with a bit of a push, you and Rhal manage to catch up with the other two. You haven't completely lost them in the snow. You're very close to. All right, you guys don't get separated, which is good. As you guys hit hour 7, bump, Nova, no bad, good. Another point drops. You come to a rock face. It's very steep. It's also very jagged. There are overhangs in this. It's not smooth. It's a lot of rock. It's very dangerous. Who knows what is covered in ice and what isn't? You assume everything, but you never know. The guide looks up and he begins to try and very quickly plan a route how he's going to do this. You can see where there are some old hooks and anchor points smashed into the rock, but most of them are rusted and some of them are just holes where they used to be. And he says, "All right, we got another 3 hours of climbing ahead of us. No, we can't. We could stop here. There's a much better place at the top, but it's gonna be a difficult climb. The air's gonna get super thin up there. We're getting into bad territory, but we're a little bit ahead of time, despite your fall earlier. We're a little bit ahead. All right." He rolls his shoulders and begins to climb. I need all of you to make climbs, please.
Okay.
I'm putting advantage on.
Same. I'm using my an advantage. Fuck this shit.
Should I keep holding on to mine?
You get
should
2.
Should I be using them?
You get 2 a day, man. I don't see why you shouldn't use one.
Yeah, this is only a 3-hour climb, so I would use it while you can.
Sure. Okay.
I also feel like this is the perfect place to use it because of the rocky interface.
Wait a minute.
17.
Zaltanna. Let me
Mhm.
just check exhaustion.
Oh, I have a level of that.
You shouldn't.
No,
though.
you
had
got
a
rid of
full
it.
night of rest.
Yeah, you slept. You're
Never
fine.
mind.
Yeah, you'll be getting them coming in very quickly and going out very quickly. So you'll just need to keep a track on those.
I have my level of exhaustion marked.
Yep, I'm just reading up on. You have disadvantage on ability checks, so
It would be a straight roll.
You will use your advantage. So it's just a straight roll. So whatever the first dice you rolled on, that will be the one you get.
11.
11 plus 4, so
15.
15.
And I got a nat 20 for a total of 19.
I got a 17.
So bad.
I don't have strength.
Yeah. 15 was the check you needed to do this first one.
Oh.
So you're okay. The other guy got a significantly more than all of you.
As
You guys
expected.
managed to make your way a good portion up this. The wind dies down. The snowflakes begin to just peter out and thin. And as you kind of hit towards the very top of this, you look around and you can see the beauty that is Bikron laid before you. Not Bikron. Where are we? Discora. You see the beauty that is Discora laid before you. You can see the mountains. You can see the swamp where you rescued Benno and Elise. You can see maybe what looks like Falsum. You can see islands of rock and you can see water just floating in midair all around you as the world is broken up. As you kind of get to the top and pull yourself up and over the ledge, you guys can either choose to set up camp, do whatever you wish, but Braxton is taking a moment to observe the strange beauty that you guys can see before you as the sun is setting behind a rather large mountain off to one side.
Well, this certainly seems familiar.
Yeah. Nah, it's worth the hike up here just for this view. I haven't seen it since the world broke. Blimey.
It's beautiful in a destructive way.
Yeah, it is. At that point, I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, crap.
Boo.
Rhal, save me. Oh, I got it. Well, 22.
28.
It makes it a
31.
31.
I have a disadvantage on saving throws, right?
No.
No, just ability checks.
Okay, so hold on. Let me take the disadvantage off. Put a regular on normal.
It's very important.
Wow. Oh my god, I got a nat 20. Someone up
All
there
right.
has forgiven me for whatever egregious sin I committed earlier in this game.
He gets a +3 too. The guy gets a +3
He
too.
does. He does. So, his total is 14.
Ooh.
You guys feel the rumbling of the earth beneath you. It's very strong. It's very familiar.
Oh.
As you guys manage to stand perfectly, he does not. And he begins to fall off the edge of this kind of cliff that you have scaled.
Off the edge of the fucking world.
As he
my
falls, the snow around you begins to turn red as it rains blood.
Oh, no.
Zaltanna,
Uh-huh.
you are holding on to him.
Okay.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, yes, I got another nat
God
20.
damn it, girl!
25. Wow.
Oh, God.
How do you save him?
I feel him start to fall and we're tethered together and I just grab onto his rope and pull it back as hard as I possibly can.
As you kind of like dig your feet in and you grab the rope and yank him, he kind of falls down and then flies back up in the air and sort of like lands roughly behind you in the snow. Congratulations, Casey. You have saved the life of your guide.
Good, because we definitely can't get back down this mountain without him.
Oh.
And going back for him after he fell down a cliff that took 3 hours to scale as the sun is setting, not a good idea. Okay. All right. So with the blood rain falling, something a bit weird happens to all of you.
Oh, no.
Something weird.
We are going to do this one by one because there are a series of dice I need you guys to roll,
Oh, God.
and it will determine the effect of what happens to you.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's start with Rhal.
Oh, joy.
Roll a d2, please.
Uh-oh.
1.
Okay.
That's not bad on a D2 though, V.
That is true. That is true.
That just means it's a heads instead of a tails.
That's almost a 2. It's only 1 away from being a 2. And that's the highest number on that die.
All right. I need you to roll another d2, please.
What are you doing, V?
Find out.
1.
You know, if you add both of those together, you get a 2, and then
I need
You know.
you to roll a d6.
What is happening right now?
I'm dying. I
Rhal
think.
died.
3.
I need to open your character sheet.
Uh-oh.
What?
And now I need you to roll a d3.
Oh, no.
It's a 2.
Okay. Just open your character sheet.
Oh no. V.
As you stand there,
Innocently.
innocently standing there,
Not doing anything wrong.
you feel
Trying to do all the right thing.
something within your chest crack and break. You feel your lungs operating not as efficiently as they once did. It could be the thin air up here, or it could be the death of a god. You decide.
Uh-oh.
Your constitution score decreases by 2.
Oh, fuck.
Zaltanna, let's do you next.
Me. That's
Roll a
who
D2.
I am.
It is indeed.
Got a 1.
Roll a d2.
I got a 1 again.
Roll a d6.
If I get the same fucking things as Rhal this entire time, I'm gonna cry. I got a 1 again.
Okay, that's fine. Roll a d3.
Well, I got a 3.
Despite your epic display of pulling this guy off the edge of the cliff, it seems to have sapped your strength. You feel your muscles deteriorate, and you lose 3 strength.
I will hurt you. That's all I have. Are you kidding me? Like my entire strength score?
You could have rolled a different thing and you would have gotten something else.
I would have rather had anything but my fucking strength.
Yep. Alright, balance.
Hi.
Roll a d2.
I'm such a petulant baby about all my rolls today.
2.
Huzzah!
Huzzah? Why do I feel like something even worse is going to happen to me now?
Nope. Hopefully not. Roll a d5, please.
D5. 4.
Okay. And roll a d6.
3.
Did you say 3?
Yes.
Okay. What is your con modifier?
My con modifier?
Sorry, your con score. My bad.
My con score is 12.
Need to make sure I do this right.
Did I win?
Okay. You feel your suit filling up with small, sharp items. They're very jagged. They're very painful to the touch. And as you feel it constantly expanding, your suit is beginning to stretch. You kind of open it up and you see that you are being filled up with... As you get filled up with 480 crushed 480 crushed sapphires.
Wait, like physically?
Yeah. 480 gold's worth of crushed sapphire begin to fill up the inside of your suit.
Oh, his suit. I thought you were saying that all of a sudden he just feels his stomach filling with 480 gold worth of sapphires. It's like,
I'd be
hey,
dead.
How does he know it's sapphires?
No, he'd be dead if he started throwing up crushed sapphires. No.
Okay.
You have 480 gold of crushed sapphires in your suit.
Balance is going to look really confused and then grab his bag of holding and be like, waste not, want not, what the fuck is happening right now as he's shoveling it into the bag.
All right, and I have one final roll I have to make.
480? What the fuck? What the actual... This is so fucking weird.
All right. I also have rolled a 1 on the D3. All right.
Does
You
Tia need to
guys-
roll?
Actually, yes.
Oh my god, are you kidding?
No, actually, yes.
Oh my
You-
god.
you-
V.
Well,
They do.
Hey-
actually, yes.
Hey V, good luck. Now you have to make Talus and Caden and Bogrim
know.
and Demi and Damaz and
Oh, you're joking, my
Pintor
dude.
and my dad.
Yes, I
and
know.
my... Sorry. All right.
Well, actually, Scorch not so much. He's stuck in stasis.
That's true. He's not here.
Who else do we know?
Oh, don't be mean to TOV. What does he need to roll?
All right, roll a D2.
Open his stats. I wish I had said nothing. It's a 1.
Roll a D2.
Oh God. Get a 2 for fuck's sake.
It's
Hey.
a 2.
Hey, there we go. Roll a D6, please.
It's a 2.
And then roll a D3.
It's a 1.
Their dexterity score increases by 1.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. That does actually make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray. Tio gets sneakier.
Tio gets sneakier.
And I'm blue.
Okay.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die. You can put all those crushed sapphires into your bag holding without a problem.
Oh, this is so... I'm going to be finding powder for weeks.
Gross. I already rolled for what this guy suffered. He didn't get gems. A very dejected looking Braxton creates camp that night. It's very cold. It's very uncomfortable. I need everyone to make a con saving throw, please.
But you just made that worse for me.
19. Or 22.
Well, natural one.
Oh no. How many natural ones have you had this game?
I rolled an 8.
Literally so many. Please let me re-roll out of kindness to my existence. Because I've gotten
that's
literally,
like
hold
5 in a
on.
row.
One. Yeah, I've gotten like 5 or 6 natural ones.
You have. This is... What have you
entire
done
episode.
to her, Arch?
Why?
What have you done this to her?
I didn't do anything. I wish
I'm
nothing
never
upon
forgiving
anybody.
Arch. I'm never forgiving you for the fact that you've transferred your Roll20 curse to me. And it's going to get me killed on this fucking mountain before I can do anything.
Yep.
I think that I deserve
You know what it is?
like
It's
an
because
extra
you're
roll.
losing your magic.
Don't make this an in-game plot point. Don't do
You
this
stopped
to her.
believing in magic in a young girl's heart.
Just take your damage and stop thinking about it that hard. Just take
Yeah,
the
no,
damage.
you're right. I'm
Just
sorry.
Take the damage. I'm taking
doing-
it too, and I'm not overanalyzing it.
Balance.
It's cold.
Balance.
I know. I'm joking. It's okay.
Balance. You receive 4 damage.
Oh. Before or after the long
No,
rest?
sorry. You receive 2 damage. My bad. You receive 2 damage.
After the long rest or before?
Before the long rest. So
Okay.
you'll probably have to ignore it in a minute.
Cool.
Great.
And the other 2, you suffer a level of exhaustion,
Okay.
Oh,
and you would take 4 cold damage.
I actually like getting levels of exhaustion. I like role playing this. So now I'm at half speed
I love
and I
I
have
love-
disadvantage.
I love them so much.
but we're about to sleep, so it don't matter, does it?
Yeah, you're
Well, then-
about to sleep, so you get 1 of those back.
Well, then I'll still have disadvantage tomorrow, but I'm okay with that.
You guys go to sleep. It's a uncomfortable, sad night.
Question.
Yes,
Is anybody going to talk about them losing their scores?
it is up to them.
Zaltanna is just gonna because you said it felt like a god might have died, right?
The blood rain, the
Ground shaking, definitely.
ground shaking. Yes, this is definitely, you've experienced enough of this to know this is the death of a god. Yeah.
I think Rhal actually has a small panic attack because, like, his chest cracking is kind of really scary.
Yeah. Then yes, you are full within your reason to have a panic attack right now.
Zaltanna's not
as you
gonna
do
go to
so,
sleep.
Tio kind of just like snuggles up to you and like tries to lick your ears, where your ears would be.
You're listening
They're
holes.
trying their best to conceal you. Huh?
The listening holes.
Yes, the listening holes. And they just kind of like try and snuggle against you within the little camp that is built.
All right. Assuming somebody mentioned something Balance wants to try to see if it's something he can fix.
Zaltanna is actually going to, like, the minute that it stops shaking, she's going to kind of stomp off and see if she can see that altar,
See what?
the altar from her dream.
As you kind of stomp outside, the sun is kind of like disappearing now, so it's getting dark very quickly. But it is as clear as it has been since you've really arrived on the mountain. You can take a perception check for me. It will be at disadvantage because it's a ability check.
Gotcha. Yep. Thank you for reminding me. 13.
13. You can see the peak of the mountain, and you can see it's a little flatter than straight up into the air. You can see it's a little flatter up there, and you can see there's something on top of it, but it's a fair distance up and away.
She's gonna kind of grumble and then like stomp back inside and like sit down and just say, "It's not a lot of time. I need to get up there. I know we can't until tomorrow, but..." Oh, and then she's going to meditate and see if she can... I know that she's not really connected to Tyr, but she wants to see if she can tell if it was Tyr.
Take a religion check.
Also at disadvantage, right?
Yes, because it's ability check.
17.
A 17. You hold on to your symbol of Tyr and you pray to God that he's not dead. You feel a small flicker in your symbol. He is still there.
Then I, Casey, think I know who it is, but Zaltanna wouldn't.
V.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Why?
So math is hard for me.
Of course. Hard for all of us.
So Mount Everest is very high when you look at it in terms of feet.
Mm-hmm.
When you convert that into miles, it's not as high as one would think.
Not that high.
Right. I can teleport a mile, and I can do that 10 times in a day.
And we did vaguely agree that I'd let you just chain it.
Yeah.
From where you are, you'd think you'd probably need at least one more day before you could do that.
Okay.
Because you also want to make sure you're landing in a safe spot, I'm assuming.
True.
Yes, that is the key consideration, because you may be able to teleport 10 feet anywhere straight up. But if you land like you did before, you could fall into a crevasse.
That's true. Okay, so if we go, all right, so if we travel for one more day, there's a chance that Balance might be able to skip the last leg of the journey, which would be helpful since another god just fucking died.
Yeah. People need new gods. Okay. You guys wake up the next morning, shake out whatever weirdness from the night before. I need all of you to make... everyone who had exhaustion can remove 1 level. You slept 8 hours. Rhal, I need you to make your check, please.
3.
3. It's not a failure.
Yay.
Because it's not a nat 1. I need to make sure I update your thing again. All right, next. All right. Need those con saves, please.
Oh, no.
The air is getting very difficult to breathe up here.
Oh no, bro.
It's a nat
At a 12.
Nat 1 for a total of 9.
That's another
17.
level of exhaustion. Let me put that right back there.
Sorry, guys.
No, you know what?
This is traveling to what we both know is coming from Zaltanna. I think this is fair.
No, dude, it's okay. I know. I've been like jokingly being kind of like a brat about all the bad rolls I've been getting, but
all right. Balance.
Hi.
You get up, and today you just can't take it anymore.
It's so cold.
You're so close. You're so close to being able to teleport, and yet you can't. You're mad, and you're fucking cold, and you've had enough. You take 12 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And you take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. Balance is gonna... All right. Level of exhaustion. All right. So Balance waking up, and he's like, oh, I fucking hate this. We're so damn close. All right. You know what? And then he's going to go into a tirade for 10 minutes and give everybody the inspiring leader feat. So everybody gets 12 temp HP.
Sure.
Because Balance is getting pissed off, and he's like, we're going to fucking do this. We're going to get up there. I'm going to teleport our asses the rest of the way because fuck this mountain.
does anyone know why I had plus 10 temp HP on my sheet? Because
Probably
I
from
don't
me from
remember.
last
That was
time.
from before. Yeah.
Okay, so that's not any more.
It's overridden.
applicable, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's overridden by 12 now. Rhal, you only take 6 points of cold damage.
Okay.
You had a 17. 16 is the call. Zaltanna, you also take 12 cold.
Well, that's just
And that
literally my
exhaustion.
extra stuff. So
Yeah, bamf, that's taken out. Sure, we'll do
thanks.
that.
Thanks,
anyway.
Arch.
You're welcome.
Right. Because of your tirade of like, we're gonna get there, fuck yeah, let's do this. I want you to roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion. Okay. 8. Unless I have my thing, then it's a 10.
It'll be 10. All right, let me just go into his book of shit.
Oh yeah, I'm giving him the temp HP as well.
Yeah, I assumed.
You'd think if I jumped off the mountain, I could survive.
No.
You're Rhal. You have evasion. You have like no falling damage. Like I can't kill you.
How does
dude.
Soulfire
Like,
work?
I've tried.
What's the calculation?
I fucking tried. Soulfire?
No, what's the calculation for any falling damage you take by 50? 50, and then the terminal velocity fall damage in D&D is 20d6.
Yeah, that's right.
So there is absolutely a
120.
possibility you could survive that.
I think for monks, it gets to a point where it cannot kill us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
20d6.
If at level 20, you cannot die from fall damage.
Okay. All right. I was just checking to see if he could do something dumb, and the answer is he can't.
That's 120. So it has to get me negative 120. So after 120, I cannot be killed. Well, actually, minus 50, yeah. Because that's the maximum fall damage is 120.
Yeah, you would not die. You could not even insta-death.
120 minus 50. Oh, yeah, I can't instant death right now. I could jump off the mountain and live. I would live with 3 hit points.
I hate everything about you.
I
hate
can
so
only
much.
take 70
I hate you.
fall damage.
I hate you so much.
will
All
not
right, time
kill
to
me.
go back down the mountain.
I don't even-
Okay, bye.
I don't even.
That won't even kill me. That won't even knock me unconscious.
That's what makes me unhappy. I hate everything
I'll just,
about Rhal
I'll
right
just
now.
have a headache.
Fuck Rhal.
I'll
Okay.
sleep it off.
Yeah, you basically have one solid day of climbing, plus like maybe a little bit in the following morning, and then you could teleport up.
Okay.
Okay, you guys pack up your shit.
I-
You make your way across the ice.
I spend 7 side points and get rid of my exhaustion because fuck that business.
Can you get rid of Zaltanna's?
Yes. If
Probably should.
Zaltanna looks
I
like
have-
she's exhausted, I will do it for her
I
as well.
have 2 levels.
Oh.
She is cold and angry right now and traveling at half speed. So
all right, so then I'll get rid of both of them
You will? Oh my god, thank you.
because I can
I
spend
appreciate-
7 side points and remove exhaustion.
it feels like you've been given a shot of mental coffee.
Yep.
This shit is good.
So
I feel
balance,
like this is not new.
balance lays his. No, I've done it before. I did it to you before with the Sandman thing.
I know. I
So balance like
remember.
touches himself and like not stop it. All right, we're phrasing that. Neil, you're cutting that out. No, you're cutting it out.
No, it's
Neil-
not.
Neil, put that in as the
Blooper. I
blooper
don't
at the
care
end
if
of
it's
the
blooper,
episode.
but don't leave it in the episode.
No, I'm gonna take that and snip it and remix it.
I know. Stop.
Neil,
Can
you
you
need to start
remix it?
remixing some of our
I'm
shit
gonna.
because it's going to be the best
I'll
crap
work
ever.
that line into
No.
our theme.
No.
Wait, Neil,
So balance like
Neil,
touches him-
do
touches
like
him-
a
touches
like a
himself.
soft ripoff of the Divinals.
balance,
I
like,
touch
touches him-
myself
touches
and
him-
just make
touches
it be,
himself.
and
Stop.
then just
No.
balance
balance,
Arch
like,
saying
touches him-
balance touches.
I'm gonna
himself
open my
over and over
Audacity
and over
file
and
and cut that part out. So balance like touches him.
All right.
Touches him.
Let's
touches
get
himself.
ourselves to where we're about to get to, so I
So
can
balance, like, touches him-
hit us
touches him-
before we hit
touches
whatever I'm
himself.
hitting Zaltanna
Touches
with, and
him-
I
You're
can go
gonna
to bed.
fuck up your Audacity
Like,
file.
touches him- touches him-
Fuck yeah.
touches himself. Touches him- touches him-
Let's go.
You
touches himself.
guys
You're gonna fuck
make
it
your
up.
way across the ice. It's a bit of a climb and it's a bit of a trek. So I'm going to need all of y'all to make athletics climbing as you begin to climb a little bit of rock and ice.
Advantage
Using the advantage.
I would recommend.
11.
My
Why isn't it?
character sheet for. Oh, there it goes.
Whoa!
Wow, Neil. That's what you get. That is what you fucking get.
Fuck! It's another double nat 1. How?
I rolled a nat one.
Got a
with a-
1 with advantage.
What is up with roll 20?
I know we're tied
Like,
together, but you fucking deserve that.
I think it's hilarious that Roll20 is working to destroy all of you, and I'm really happy about it. But the other part of me is like, oh man, I don't want to do this.
Let me fall, V.
I can't breathe.
It's not going to do
And also-
anything.
It won't do
All right.
anything.
Zaltanna, you and your companion, you got an 11. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shoot. Burn.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Avalanche.
And you got a 14.
I got a 14.
Oh no, bro.
Okay. I will have to roll his then and see if he can at least attempt to save Zaltanna before they fall down the mountain.
Please, I saved him earlier. He should be
Okay.
able to save me.
Yes. He pulls out his pick and he slams it into the rock so hard you guys hear a little bit of a crack. But it's well fucking embedded in there, and he pulls himself hard against the rock. Zaltanna, you smack against the side of this rock and you take 1d6 damage, but you are not slipping any further.
Cool.
All right, that's your face against wall damage. Now, you two have both fallen. So I need you both to take strength checks at disadvantage because you're both falling.
Strength saves?
Yes, please. You're both falling because you both slipped at roughly the same time. You know, you put your axes up and one begins to slip and the other's like, I've got this, and realize, no, I don't have this.
Okay.
Is Zaltanna near?
Yes.
Okay.
She would be behind.
Then it's a
behind
dirty
him.
20 strength save.
Mine's a 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some face damage, aren't I?
Yes.
10 HP.
As you kind of like both like skid down, Rhal manages to somehow get his like pick like lodged on a rock, and he's like, "Oh, I've got this." It's very scary. You guys are dangling a little bit, but you get your picks in. You begin to climb back up. You both, however,
be a
do take
bad time to pass
2d6
out.
damage.
Oh.
This will be a super bad time to pass out. I won't let you pass out because you're technically in adrenaline combat mode. So yes,
I rolled 8. So 8 face damage.
you take 8 falling damage, 8 face damage.
I still have 4 temp HP. I'm psyched up, so I'm fine.
I rolled 8.
You also take 8. Like as you kind of like skid down, it like cuts a little bit into some of the scales. And
It's
you
okay.
slip.
That only just undoes the speech you gave me. So
You guys begin to climb the ascent again. You guys manage to travel a nice distance. You guys begin to cross deep snow once again. The snow is quite deep. It's begun to melt a little bit in the sun. The storm hasn't started up again. But the skies are mostly clear, even up here. So for Zaltanna, looking up again, you can definitely see a kind of purplish object at the top of the mountain. It's quite a distance off, but you know what you're looking for now. You think you see it. Of course, you may only just think you see it.
Fun.
All of you making your way across the snowfield. I need all of you to make deck saves, please. Everyone is in range of Zaltanna.
Ooh. 24.
Matt, hold on. Let me. Oh, what was the first one on that? Sorry,
26.
I accidentally left my.
Your first roll was an 8.
Yeah, I got an 8.
So it's a 9 total.
Yep, I got a 9.
Okay. Balance and Rhal, you hear a cracking, and you kind of like bolt as fast as you can through this snow. For some reason, you managed to make it to the other side of this crack, but as this crack is forming, Zaltanna kind of trips a little bit in her haste to try and get through. However, she has a strong guide with her who nat 20 is pulling you back off. So in an almost equal opposite of what you did before, where he was falling down the mountain and he pulled the rope so hard you flew over his head, you do a very similar thing where basically there's a dwarf on the end of a rope and you just go flying through the air.
This is my favorite new game.
Dwarf on a rope.
Yes.
Dwarf on a rope.
It's like ball
gonna
in a
start
cup, but
selling
with
it.
dwarfs.
Dwarf on a
Sad like
rope.
this.
It's a ball in a cup. It's a ball in a cup. Ball in a cup.
I'm imagining dwarf on a rope is like, like that thing where it's like the two wooden sticks, and there's like the little guy in the middle, and you like make it jump by squeezing the sticks together.
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm picturing.
Boing.
Okay.
Boing.
As you guys dust yourselves off, Zaltanna, your face is kind of full of snow, but you get over it fairly quick. You guys continue making your way through the snow. All things considered, you guys have made good speed. Your guide Braxton looks at you and says, "I think if we continue for another hour, I think you might be able to do your jumping then."
Good. Let's do that then, because I need to get that done.
How many miles away
do
does
you
it look
want
to be?
it? Probably 11.
I'm sorry, what?
Probably 11.
I'm not going to be able to do it today then. I would have to rest.
We need to get there because there's a thing I need to do. And I would rather do it now than later, because
If we can get you to within 9 miles, how about that?
I would have to be within 8 miles. That's the closest I'd be able to do it. I think.
We could probably push through for another 2 and a bit hours. We're going to lose the sun then, and we can't travel much further in the dark when that happens. We will just freeze to death. If we push hard, we might be able to do it, but we are going to be fucked at the end of it. Meta-wise, you will receive 1 level exhaustion regardless.
Zaltanna looks at Balance and Rhal. I mean, if you guys want to rest and do it tomorrow, I guess there's not much I can do about that. We're a democracy, so I'm not going to force you guys into anything.
It's not my quest. I don't know if a day is going to make a difference or not.
It really does. For me.
When we reach the top, we should be able to hopefully make camp.
We should.
Zaltanna, you know if anything happens, I'm going to be utterly exhausted. I won't have anything left.
When I get up there and I do what I have to do, I want you guys to stay back, because I don't know what's going to happen. And exactly, you're going to be exhausted, and I think this is something I have to do, and that I have to do it alone.
Understood. Let's push on then. Time's of the essence.
Right. Balance.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Zaltanna,
Mm-hmm.
make a straight persuasion roll.
17.
As you're busy trying to do the math in your head, how much energy you think you need, the ability to move people, all that good crap. Marnak stirs in the back of your brain. If she needs it, I can work my abilities through you, but it will leave me very drained.
I don't know what's going to be coming. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't think we should take that risk.
She needs her magic.
And we need you.
I won't be able to help you anymore, is what I mean. Not at least until I've been put back together.
No, I don't think this is the situation for it then.
Okay. And he slips back.
Thank you.
I need all of you to make... Actually, I need all of you just to make Constitution saving throws.
14.
10.
19.
Zaltanna is filled with determination.
I am very determined to get this done so that A, it will be done, and B, because it's almost 12:30.
Yeah, welcome to 4:30 in the morning.
Oh man, you don't know what's about to happen too. Balance has to do something he hasn't done before.
As you guys go trudging through the snow, Zaltanna's determination, there's something in her eyes that's just fierce and glowing. And even if you think about lagging behind, that look says you're not going to. You need to get her there. You all take a level of exhaustion. You're pushing yourself way beyond what you should. Every muscle, every bone, every fiber of your being is telling you this is a dumb, slow, cold death. And you begin to lose that feeling of hunger. It's not there anymore. Something he warned you about. As the sun begins to set, two of you feel a strange sensation in your chest. Rhal, you put your hand on that weird cracking you feel, and you feel a weird fizzing. Not exactly like things are dissolving, but more if you drop ice cream into lemonade, that weird foaming feeling. And it slowly solidifies. As the sun begins to set, 24 hours, 1 day after you lost your con, you gain 3 con points back. So not 2, you gain 3. Zaltanna, as the sun begins to set, you feel those muscles that were weak. Maybe it's something inside of you that's making your muscles stronger, or it may be the fact that it's been 24 hours since this god died and the world went topsy-turvy. Your muscles are getting stronger. They're getting fuller. And you gain 4 points of strength instead of the 3.
Well, now I have +5 to my strength.
Tio.
Oh, fuck.
Gets reset back to where they were.
Okay.
They only lose 1 point. If they had 2, they would have only lost 1, but they had 1, so they lose that 1.
Wonderful. There we go.
As this happens, as you feel your muscles getting stronger, as you feel your rib cage become solid again, the gems stay exactly where they were. Nothing changes with them. Nothing gained, really. Just some gems. Your guide looks slightly happier as his intellect has returned to him.
Oh, good.
On a side note, if it had gone 3 days, you would have gained 3 extra points, but you would have gone 3 days without your extra stuff, so yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Tio would have lost 3 points of dex. That would have been bad.
Poor thing.
Anyway, as you feel your muscles strengthen, as you feel your rib cage become more solid, you are aware that something even colder has approached you. You see Braxton look very uncomfortable, and he reaches for his flask of water, and he looks at it, and he turns to you and says, "Has all of your water frozen?"
Is all of my water frozen?
Yes.
I also look.
All of your water has frozen.
Yes.
All the liquids has frozen. He looks very scared, and he looks over in the direction that you guys were climbing. You're probably maybe half a mile from where you need to be. And he says, "Fuck. It's the winds of the north." And he points in the direction that's... he points in the direction of where you need to go. And before you stands a 5'6" humanoid. He has long, dark blue hair, a light blue beard, and he's wearing nothing but cloth armor. And he's carrying a spear made of ice. And his eyes are white. "Hi, it's Braxton here."
Well, we done fucked it now, haven't we? Well, with that north wind bloke hanging around, I guess we better move a bit sharpish, so I'm gonna deliver this a bit sharpish. If you want to talk to us, you can get hold of us, send us any messages. There's the Lucky Die podcast at gmail.com. If you want to help out, go throw us a review somewhere and just tell your friends about us, because blimey, we need help. We're gonna need a search party once this thing is done with us. Hope Zaltanna's could be alright.